would like to welcome him specially because he's been a hero for me for last 35 years or 40 years since I first met him. He was one of those whom we thought was a computer wizard way back in 80s when very few of the seniors and alas ourselves, we were still working on IBM 1401s. And he was a person who was at that time, even in junior administrative grade, was asked to train the railway board members and secretaries of Government of India on computerization. But that's one part of it. He retired as the financial commissioner. Today he heads the West Bengal Electronics Corporation. But there's another side of Mr. Jha. He's a fabulous photographer, especially he's a birder and a great photographer of birds. Apart from that, he loves literature, music, painting, and all the fine arts that the world can perhaps provide. A man of many parts. I would like to thank Shyalda Division headed by Shri Singh and the entire group of officers and staff who have helped us to do this here in a lovely hall which was created by this division. Shri Jha has agreed to become the Master of Ceremonies. I now request Shri Jha to please step on stage and conduct the proceedings hereafter. Shri Samar Jha.
Thank you, Sanjay, for your kind words and also for giving me the opportunity to conduct today's wonderful program, which is very close to my heart. Sanjay has been one of those colleagues with whom I have not only worked for many years, but he has been always the kind of person who delivers. For every problem, he has a solution and he delivers. So, obviously, as a colleague, he was really wonderful. Before we actually go into this program today, I would request you to recall what we have gone through in the last 2 years. And all of us suffered, but our hearts should go out to those who lost their near and dear ones because of this pandemic. And may I now request all of you to please observe a 1-minute silence in memory of those who have passed away. Thank you very much. Thank you. On this very, very happy occasion, when we not only release Sanjay Mukherjee's book, Howrah Junction, which of course I have read, and I truly recommend. It's a really wonderful book. As well as books written by Mrs. Sudakshina Mukherjee, Kundu Mukherjee, she's written 2 books and 2 other books of Sanjay. So 5 books are being formally released today. But primarily the focus today will be on Howrah Junction, which is the story of a railway person and his trial and tribulations in the background of a railway accident. It's a very, very interesting book. And to introduce the book, we have with us Mr. Mark Tully. Are you there, Mr. Tully?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. So may I have the privilege of introducing you to the audience? Thank you. Actually, Mr. Mark Tully doesn't require introduction, but the form requires me to talk about him, and here I go. He was born on the 24th of October 1935 in Taliganj in Kolkata. So he is a Kolkatan by birth. Mr. Tully was in India for about 9 years of his of his life, for the first 9 years of his life, and then he was educated in England, and he did his college in Marlborough and Trinity Hall in Cambridge in theology. You wouldn't associate theology study with him, but he studied theology, and he actually was training to be a priest for 2 years after that. But fate took him elsewhere. He joined the BBC in 1964 and was with the BBC for 30 years, up to 94. And 65 he moved to India as BBC's India correspondent, and he fell in love with India, I think. Maybe it's because this is where he was born, and he has stayed on. Besides being an outstanding journalist, about which we need not talk about, everybody knows that. Mr. Tully has written a large number of books. His first was regarding the Mrs. Gandhi's time, Amritsar. Mrs. Gandhi's Last Battle was his first book. And he's written a number of books, including a fiction. So he's also written fiction. His book is called The Heart of India. Mr. Tully received the OBE in 1985 and the Padma Shri by the Government of India in 1992. He was knighted. He got the KBE in 2002 and Padma Bhushan in 2005. He has been given many honors, many awards. So we have a person of great eminence to introduce this book, and may I now request Mr. Tully to please introduce the book.
Thank you very much indeed. Firstly, let me say I'm really sorry I cannot be with you in Calcutta. I don't really like speaking at a screen like this. You've gone through the atmosphere, and I love Calcutta dearly, and I really wish I could be there with you. Secondly, I would say that it's a great honor to be asked to speak at the book launch of the launches of books by Sudhakar Krishna and Sanjay Mukherjee, and books which I have read and have thoroughly enjoyed. And through reading these books and discussing them with both Sudhakar Krishna and Sanjay, I have become friends of them. I think that if I start with the books written by Sudhakar Krishna, I would say first of all that the the great strength of them to me is that they remind me so much of my own railroad journeys. And they make me realize how wonderful it is to look back, to think about one's own railway journeys. And you know, my railway journey started as a small boy in Howrah Station, where the station we're going to write about, catching the night mail to Puri. And then I moved to Sialkot Station to catch the train to Siliguri, and from Siliguri I caught the train to Darjeeling to go to school. And my father, incidentally, was a director of the Darjeeling Hill Railway. And all these journeys of the past are brought to life by the book Rear Window, because you see the similarities in them, you recall things which happened to you, you feel almost that you are living back in what many of us think of those good old days. I remember one of the most adventurous journeys I made was from Lucknow to a place called Remal Junction in the Duars, which I should say from Delhi. And in those days, this was the 60s, I had my wife and two very young daughters with me, and we went from Lucknow from Delhi to Lucknow on the board gauge, if you remember probably, different station right next door to Lucknow Charbagh, but different station to get the meter gauge, and arriving in my uncle's tea garden. And I remember the dreadful difficulties, and this comes out in these books, the dreadful difficulties we had in those days of getting return tickets, and the horror on my uncle's face when he was a bachelor, and I had to tell him, well, we've arrived in your garden and we're looking forward to being here, and heaven knows how we're ever going to get back again. But he solved that problem. So that is, I think, the great strength to me. Well, there are many strengths, but the great strength to me of Rear Window is the sense of those journeys, the observation of the journeys that he made, that the author made, as a university student, for instance, all the adventures she had on those on the journey. Sanjay Mukherjee's book, Howrah Junction. Well, all I can do, I think, is to read what I said on the back of the book to you. And what I said, that I hope you will buy the book and not read what I said, but I said just for me as my way of enthusiast, Howrah Junction has everything. Managing one of the world's busiest railway stations, the trains and passengers, a Duran, a riot, fraudulent staff, and ticketless travellers, and the homeless children who frequent the platform. All stories are told with an authenticity only a railway name like Sanjay could provide. And I do think that's one of the crucial points of Howrah Junction, is the way that the detail of running the station comes out so well. And you really feel after reading this book that you know so much more about Howrah Station and about the trains going out there and how they managed and all the rest of it. The last point I would like to make is slightly different. And that is that these books to me are railway heritage. Because as I've said, we bring back memories of what the railway is like in the old days. And they will still live their lives so lively and fresh that even in 100 years, people will be building in and remembering, or not remembering, but being informed about, being interested in the wonderful history of Indian railways as a result of reading these books. And I think that I am very, very keen and interested in railway heritage. And I believe railway heritage is a very important part of history, of remembering the past and preserving the past. And so I welcome these books for that reason as well. If I could just say a bit more about heritage, I believe that we are now in India much more aware of heritage than we were in the dark days when steam engines were brutally massacred without any thought for the history, any sort of using them as heritage. But I think what we now need to do is to develop, if we can possibly do so, and this is a wonderful ambition I think we should have, to develop straight steam railways as well. In Britain, like Singapore here, in Britain, steam railways bring millions of people, millions of tourists, literally, to provide business for local people and to provide money for the tourist industry. In India, we do have the DHR and we have the Ooty Railway. And those are wonderful railways and wonderful that they're preserved. But if we could have some railways like we have in Britain as well, which are run by volunteers and run as private companies, that would be a tremendous step forward. I have to say that in Britain, the railways are facing two problems. One is the problem of course, COVID-19, which has meant that many of them have not been able to operate. The second one is that with the closing of coal-fired generating stations, there's going to be a big problem of getting coal for those railways. But they're all in good heart, and I think it's something India should aim for, to follow that example. And the key to that is finding volunteers. So with those few words, I would just like to strongly recommend you to buy and read these books. Now, many of you are rather living yourselves. I think you will be very proud of what your fellow railway colleagues have done in writing these books. So thank you very much indeed for inviting me to speak.
Thank you, Sir Mark. Thank you, Sir Mark, for your wonderful introduction. And I'm sure Sanjay and Sudakshina are very encouraged. I certainly think that the book should not only be read by railway people or railway families, but they should be read by non-railway people and non-railway families, because they will get to see how wonderful this organization is. Thank you very much, Sir Tali. May I now request our chief guest, Mr. Bibek Debroy, if he could just please come up to the... Sanjay, can you escort him? And Mr. Arun Arora, General Manager, our guest of honor. Please. And Sudokshina Kundu Mukherjee. Now, a very interesting part of our program today is a preview of the book by Mr. Bibek Debroy. Again, before I invite Mr. Debroy to take over, he doesn't need any introduction to railwaymen of all people, because we all have read or seen or flipped through his report. He was the chairman of the High Powered Committee, but again, a formal introduction is necessary. So, please correct me if I am wrong anywhere. I have got the facts from wherever. Mr. Debroy was born in Shillong on 25th of January 1955. His parents are from Sylhet, which is in Bangladesh. His first schooling was in St. Peter's in Shillong, and then he got a scholarship and moved to Ramakrishna Mission, Narendrapur, where he finished his school, and then on to Presidency College to study economics. He, of course, got a gold medal, and he has, in fact, got scholarship all through his academic career from class 5 or 6 or something like that. So academically he is very, very brilliant. And after Jadavpur, he went to Cambridge to do his PhD, but he obtained an MSc and came back. He didn't complete his PhD, and the subject of his PhD is very interesting. But he's an economist of great. He's a giant among economists. That's what I can just say. He joined the Niti Aayog from the day it started, and was there with them till 2019, and thereafter he is now the chairman of the PM's Economic Council. Besides the wonderful work he did as chairman of the High Powered Committee, which recommended major reforms in the railways, Mr. Debroy has been advising editor or consulting editor in a number of financial and other newspapers. So he has been a journalist very much. But what is a surprise is the fact that a person of his background, actually he has learned Sanskrit and mastered that so well that he has translated the Mahabharata into English, Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Harivansa, Bhagavad Purana into English. In fact, he is only the second person to have translated both the Mahabharata and Ramayana into English. So that is one side of his intellect that many people are not aware of. So it's really wonderful to meet a person who is both modern and classic. With these few words, let me now request Mr. Debroy if he can please preview the book and give his comments on it, and then we can go on to a certain discussion session if people want to comment, discuss, things like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jha, for that very kind introduction. And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Mukherjee, for having shown me the honor of having invited me here today. And hi, Mark. Haven't met you for a long time, but it's good to meet you even if it is virtual. Mr. Jha, I've met you formally today, but in a way, I have already met you because there's a railway officer out of Bombay every morning or every alternate morning on Twitter. He sends us pictures of birds taken by you. I'm not even very sure whether you are aware of this, but he does give you credit. Almost everyone present here is interested in the railways and is therefore interested in the heritage of the railways. A lot of books have been written on the history of railways in India, but they are very dry books, even if they pretend to be coffee table books. Because sometimes, more often than not, they are brought out by the railways themselves, who may have beautiful pictures, but the text, such as the text exists, leaves a lot to be desired. Or you have academic and scholarly work. I have always been surprised why there haven't been stories, unlike, let's say, Britain, which are centered on the railways. Or if you want me to make it even more specific, think of detective stories that have taken of crimes that have taken place on trains in Britain. And here we are in a country that prides itself on a felicity with the English language. A lot of people who write in English, but it is very rare to come across interesting fiction that is actually based on the railways. There is another person on Twitter who has a list of the most important books to understand India's railways. He has been at it for some time, and he generally adds about one a month. That's roughly the rate since I've been tracking it. And today he has got, till yesterday he had about 100 on that list. And it's going to be remarkable that today, at the stroke of whatever, is going to be jacked up to 104. Well, not quite 105, 104 for sure. I'm not aware, or at least I could not think of another instance where husband and wife release books together. I've been to plenty of events where a husband released a book and thanked the wife, and rarer the wife released the book and thanked the husband. But here we have a couple who are releasing books, and not just one, 5 at a go. These are fiction, and I am not very sure why you asked both Mark and me to particularly focus on Howrah Junction in Shialda, but doesn't matter. We shall accept that. All of these are fiction, but these are also, understandably so, semi-autobiographical, even if it is sometimes partly disguised. It's not always about the railways, and 2 of these books one by Sanjay Mukherjee, not Howrah Junction, one by Sanjay Mukherjee and one by Sudakshina Mukherjee, is partly about their life trajectories and how they met and how particularly Sanjay Mukherjee's career advancement took place. And incidentally, he has no business to have, he had no business in a sense to join the railways. Why? You'll discover that if you read the book. So you have two perspectives on the same career path. They're not conflicting objectives. It's just that the two have very different perspectives, not very different, have slightly different angles as to what happened and how it happened, and inside of you and outside of you. And then of course, we have Howrah Junction. When Sanjay Mukherjee asked me for a blurb, I compared it to Arthur Haley's Airport. And those of you who have read it will understand why I compared it to Arthur Haley's Airport, because it's triggered by an accident. Sanjay told me the publisher says too many words. I suspect the publisher didn't want a mention of Arthur Haley's Airport, but doesn't matter. So the background is an accident that occurs. And I think in many ways this book is different because the other two, the Train to Darjeeling and Rear Window, they're sort of explicitly autobiographical. This is autobiographical but not directly, and moreover this is novel. Short stories, snippets, nuggets are easier to write. To write a novel that holds your attention is much, much more difficult. And it does hold your attention. But at the end of it all, the question I ask myself, and before that I want to endorse what Mark said, that people of an earlier vintage will identify with what is being described, because we grew up with that. We grew up with steam engines. We grew up with trains where the window could open. We grew up with trains where you could see the smoke, where the coal dust got into your hair. My first train ride, Mark, was in what is called the hill section in Hafla. I think that while it is important for all of this to be documented, and documented entertainingly, because quite often people from the bureaucracy, or not quite a bureaucrat, but people from the bureaucracy cannot write interesting English, or they write very interesting English that no one wants to read. So Sanjay Mukherjee is a bit of an exception, particularly coming from the account service, railway account service. But at the end of it all, the thing that bothers me, and I know it's not the responsibility of the two authors present here today to fix it, is the title of her book, Rear Window. Today, how many people would identify with that history of the railways? Today when I take a railway train, let's say a Rajdhani, the Rajdhani, I see nothing of the countryside. I mean, whether I'm on a train or whether I'm on a plane, it makes no difference. It'll get worse with a bullet train. So yes, it's a very welcome addition to that list, and now we have 104. And it's a very welcome effort on your part to make the younger generation read this stuff, to be aware of this stuff. But it sometimes worries me that does that legacy of interest live on in the younger generation? This is the broader issue of the competitiveness of railways, because the younger generation tends to identify much more with road transport, civil aviation. But thank you for having invited me. Thank you for having written these wonderful books. And I recommend all of you read these books, particularly Howrah Junction.
Thank you, Mr. Debroy, for a very well put words about Sanjay and Shudakkina. As Sanjay had said, this function is primarily inspired by Mr. Arun Arora, General Manager, Eastern Railway, and he has encouraged Sanjay from the beginning that this function will take place in railway, organized by the railways, and so here we are. So may I now request Mr. Arora, who is a mechanical engineer by trade, if he can say a few words, please.
Respected Shri Debroy, respected Shri Samarjha, respected Shrimati and Shri Mukherjee, and this august gathering present over here. Well, I'll not take more time because so much has been said by the eminent speakers, Sir Mark Tully, and then respected Shri Debroy. And what a wonderful snapshot he has given about the 5 books, integrating them with various facets of the personalities of both the authors. I happen to have met Mr. Sanjay Mukherjee when he was, I think, a deputy FA over here in Fairley Place. I was sitting in Jento Saha's room and he walks in. Vibrant as he always is, he has not lost his earlier youth, the charm of that youth which I still capture in my memory. And then I met him when he became as financial commissioner, and he has not changed at all. And when I came over here, when I met him as the former financial commissioner, but now he has turned into a historian, a person who reveres the rich history of the railways and rich history of West Bengal, I must say. It was always a pleasure to interact with him. The only 2 things what I would like to add over here is nothing more, nothing much. One, that it is a 5-star event and we are looking forward to a 7-star event. So again we celebrate, you see, when you both of you write one more book, and we will again be present over here to celebrate it. Second, this is a part of the Amrit Mahotsav, and Eastern Railway has a proud privilege to have this release function as a part of the celebrations which are continuing for 1 year under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister. The third, what Mr. Debroy has just said about the various books, and while both of you have written the story of your journey, I distinctly remember the famous speech of Steve Jobs, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," where he says that you can only connect the dots by looking behind. You cannot connect the dots while looking forward. So that is what is the rear window. Ma'am, that's good. And I again congratulate you once again. Thank you very much to make me a part of this.
We'll release the book now. We'll have a discussion later. a book is not only by the author but by a production team. And I'll now request Sanjay to introduce his production team to all of you.
First of all, I would like to profusely thank Samak Tully and Dr. Devroy for their blessings, which both of us have got since we started writing. But as Mr. Jha said, we couldn't have done it alone. So the gratitude goes to a large number of friends who assisted us, and I think this is an opportunity when we should recognize them. Initially, I would like to introduce to you Shri Manush Kumar Bagchi, who is the publisher of this book. I request Mr. Bagchi to please come on stage. Mr. Bagchi is one publisher who helps the upcoming authors who don't have a weight behind them to come to the foreground. Thank you, Mr. Bagchi. I request Shashwati to please hand over a small memento to mark this occasion. Thank you, Mr. Bagchi. Will always be indebted to you. Next, I request our book designer, Sri Shomit Rai Chaudhary, to please step forward. Sri Rai Chaudhary is a famed cartographer. Please come in front. His Indian Atlas is world famous, and I am so glad that he had agreed to design our books, and we are both extremely grateful for it. Unfortunately, we have another designer, Sri Abhijit Nath, whom I need to acknowledge. Mr. Nath's sister is unfortunately in the ICU right now with COVID, and so we pray for her life and thank him. Unfortunately, he's not been able to come. I request Shashwati to please hand over a small memento to Mr. Rai Chaudhary. The third person has come all the way from Delhi, Manoj Kumar Dubey, my younger brother. During COVID times, we published these books only with his help, because had he not been in Delhi, our printer, Mr. Rakesh Goel of APAC, was there. It was he who coordinated in spite of the COVID times and got us the books to Calcutta, and we could upload them on the Amazon. And our Manoj, please come up. And he has always been our local guardian in Delhi since we left. So Shashwati, please do the honors. Next, I request my elder brother, Shri Shudev Das, Chief General Manager of State Bank of India, ex-Executive Director of SEBI, and himself an author, who had taken so much of time to modulate, correct, and give the outsider's perspective to the manuscript of Howrah Junction. Dada Ashun, please. Shashwati, kindly do the honors. And the great insider, Shri Atulya Sinha, Additional General Manager, Southeastern Railway, who, in spite of all his work, all his busyness, has taken time off. And during COVID times, we talked so many times over phone, and he gave me lots of technical inputs which were required for Howrah Junction to be made realistic. Thank you, Atulya. I am very grateful to you. Shashwati. I would like to mention here about Mr. Rakesh Goel, who is my printer in Delhi. He's printed all our books. And Shri Dhrubajyoti Sengupta, FNCO WST of Central Railway. Dhrubo is a master himself because he's mastered the art of making videos. And the 4 videos which many of you must have witnessed before about the books were made by him. Unfortunately, due to a parliamentary committee being there in Bombay, he could not make it here. Next, I request our host, Shri Shailendra Singh, to please step forward. We are extremely grateful to you and your entire team of Sialdah Division for assisting us in holding this Amrit Mahotsav. Incidentally, I have to introduce Shashwati. Shashwati Basu, our age-old friend and wife of my dear classmate and friend Sapan Kumar Basu, Sapan Kumar Das, who retired as principal CSTE Southeastern Railway. So she's come all the way from Hyderabad. Sapan and Shashwati are staying, and she herself has just retired from L&T as head of HR. So I am very grateful to her. We both are very grateful to her for helping us. And now Mr. Manish Jain, the head of the division which inspired this book. So much of help we got from Howrah Division, the entire team of Howrah Division. Thank you, Manish. Thank you, Howrah Division, for making this book worthwhile. Shashwati, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Manish. Thank you very much for your help. And he still continues with Heritage, as Sir Mark said, or Dr. Debroy says. Very soon, I think we are going to have a regular, walking tour of Howrah Station and Howrah Ideas. There's another person who, from the sidelines, quietly as he's been working and assisting the principal financial advisor of Eastern Railway in handling very tricky jobs like selections, etc., which continue to do. He has done proofreading of my books and quietly told me he's a brilliant scholar of English, which many of us did not know. I also knew later. And then he came up and helped us. And that is Shri Devashish Sanyal, Senior Section Officer, Confidential of the Accounts Department of Eastern Railway. Please step forward, Devashish. He is master in making the DPCs for promotions to the Accounts Department, but he is a person who really did my first book. Thank you, Shashwati. Now, Shashwati, you will have to step down for the next one. You will have to step down, or rather, I would request Shudokhina to do this. The person who really held me by hand and showed me how to use the pen and my time after I retired. Phalguni Motilal, globetrotter, literature, filmmaker, sportsperson. Sir, please be there. Please be there. Shudokhina will go there. Shudokhina, kindly. We would not have been able to get this passion for writing had he not been there, because initially we were very scared of writing books. And Phalguni Da, the creator of Asiad 72 with Rajiv Gandhi, a person who has made films with Gautam Ghosh, garlanding the Himalayas, moving from Tibet to the USSR, if those days, China. He's got wonderful books there. Thank you, Phalgunida. We are very indebted. Arun Arora, my dear friend. It's very sad that we could not have Mrs. Arora here today. In fact, it is Mrs. Arora's birthday. So I suppose you will also have to hand over Mrs. Arora's little memento to him. And well, yes, please do. नहीं, आज तो मैडम का बर्थडे है. आज तो this is something which we. Okay, while she is searching, let me again come back to my guru. Acha, you've got it. Lovely. Sorry for the little bit of a small gift of love from our side. Mr. Samar Jha, sir, please step forward. We need to, for so long, you've always been a mentor in office and otherwise, a great friend and a dada. And finally, the person who is the chief guest of this function, Dr. Bibek Deb Roy. It's amazing that I simply get amazed when I read his articles, his work. How does he get the time to do it? As the head of PM's EAC, the entire country's economic vision is being driven by him. Dr. Deb Roy still continues as member of the Niti Aayog. And then every odd day in Indian Express I see something he writes about a topic which is totally different. Tomorrow he is in fact hosting, many of you may have seen this serial in the Sansad TV. I think now Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha have mixed up, and tomorrow he is going to for a shoot in Kolkata, and I don't know how to express thanks to him and also to Sir Mark. We would have loved to have Sir Mark here and take him to his place of birth, Tollygunge, but both of us, we thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Sir Mark, for being with us. If anybody has anything to ask, or if we have a discussion, we can do it for 5 minutes, and then thanking all of you once again, I would invite you for a cup of tea in the lawn below. So, sir, I think you will have to take the next part forward.
I had promised that there would be some discussion. Mr. Deb Roy has very kindly introduced you to the storyline. I'm sure somebody would like to ask a few question or make a comment on railways and literature. Mr. Bibek Deb Roy expressed a bit of disappointment that not many stories or fiction based on the railways has been written. I can tell you about one author, the retired COM of Eastern Railway, Mr. Ramarao. He has written a number of books, but they are not really fiction. They are maybe fictionalized stories, but extremely interesting. I mean, you get the nitty-gritty of railway life through those stories. But somehow he doesn't have a publisher who can really push the sale of these books. So they're not doing that well. But I always loved his stories. But I'm sure there are budding authors here, inspired by Mrs. Sudakshina Mukherjee and Sanjay Mukherjee. I'm sure some of you will produce fictions based on railway life. Any questions? Any comments? Somnath? Sure. Shall we then, Okay then, thank you very much for being with us, and please join us downstairs for tea where we can continue the discussion. Thank you very much.